at the Chatham Community Center. Before we get on with the business, I would like to take a moment to say Happy New Year. It's a new year and a new day. We have some new board members, and we're making a start here based on the history of what we've done, but building forward. It's a new day. So let's get going. I'd like to take a minute to first recognize some of the dignitaries we have here tonight. If you'll indulge me 1 second. First, the Honorable Danny Marshall, Member, House of Delegates, District 49. The Honorable Elisa Davis, Mayor, Chatham. Brenda Bowman, former Board of Supervisor Chairman. Mr. Jesse Barksdale.
Yay!
Mr. James Sneed, I met just a minute ago. Former Board of Supervisor. Mr. Eric Phillips, District 48, candidate for House of Delegates. The Honorable Madison Whittle, a member of Danville City Council. Mr. Will Pace, former Mayor of Chatham. Ms. Tammy Mulchy, candidate for Senate District 9. Mr. Vincent Shorter, Treasurer. So, have I missed anyone? If so, is it inadvertent? I'm sorry?
Robin Closewell, Commissioner of Revenue.
Robin Gord, Commissioner of Revenue. I'm sorry. Inadvertent, I should.
Angie Harris, Clerk of Court.
And Angie Harris, Clerk of Court. So, my apologies. Inadvertent. Okay. All right. Now for the business of the meeting. Item number 2 on the agenda, roll call. Deputy Clerk McCluster, please conduct the roll call.
Mr. Bowman.
Here.
Mr. Dalton.
Here.
Mr. Dudley.
Present.
Mr. Height.
Here.
Mr. Ingram.
Here.
Mr. Tucker.
Here.
Mr. Whittle.
Very good. Item 3, revisions to the agenda. Are there any revisions, additions to the agenda? Hearing none. Ms. McCluster, so we don't need a vote. So let's move on. Item 4, approval of the agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Now, Ms. McCluster, please conduct it.
Mr. Bowman.
Yes.
Mr. Dalton.
Yes.
Mr. Dudley.
Yes.
Mr. Height.
Yes.
Mr. Ingram.
Yes.
Mr. Tucker.
Yes.
Mr. Whittle.
Okay, very good. We're moving right along. All right, item 5, Board of Supervisors, Chairman, Nomination, and Election.
Mr. Terrell, I have the honor of nominating my dear friend, Mr. Darrell Dalton, as chairman of our board.
Okay, thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Are there any other nominations for chairman?
Move to close the nomination.
Okay, motion to close the nomination. Okay. Mr.
Okay,
Madam Secretary, roll call.
okay, we'll do roll call. Mr. Bowman.
Yes.
Mr. Dalton.
Yes.
Mr. Dudley.
Yes.
Mr. Height.
Yes.
Mr. Ingram.
Yes.
Mr. Tucker.
Yes.
Mr. Whittle.
Yes.
Congratulations. All right, so that makes it easy.
Thank you, Mr. Terrell.
Thank you.
Thank you all, everyone, for the support. I'm very humble forward, and I'm looking for a great year, working with everybody. Thank you for putting your trust in me. And thank you. And again, I'm very humble, and I appreciate the support and the vote. And we want to move forward with a new year and some great positive things for everyone. With that, I'm going to move on to item 6, and I'm going to open up the floor for the nominations for a vice chairman.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like
Yes, sir.
to make a nomination, Mr. Robert Tucker, for Vice Chair.
All right, we got that, Mr. Bowman. Thank you, sir. We need a second on the nomination.
Second.
Second by Mr. Ingram.
Okay. I'm
No
ready.
discussion. We ready for a vote, Ms. McCluster?
Yes, sir. Mr. Bowman?
Yes.
Mr. Dalton?
Yes.
Mr. Dudley?
Yes.
Mr. Height?
Yes.
Mr. Ingram?
Yes.
Mr. Tucker?
Yes.
Mr. Whittle?
Yes. All right. Thank you, sir. Moving to item 8. 7, excuse me, I'm sorry. Board bylaws adoptions. I'll entertain a motion to accept the bylaws.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we accept the bylaws as presented.
All right, thank you, Mr. Dudley. Got a second?
Second.
Got a second by Mr. Bowman. Any discussions on the motion? Not hearing any, we're ready to vote. Ms. McCluster?
Mr. Bowman?
Yes.
Mr. Dalton?
Yes.
Mr. Dudley?
Yes.
Mr. Height?
Yes.
Mr. Ingram?
Yes.
Mr. Tucker?
Yes.
Mr. Whittle?
Moving to item 8, 2024 meeting schedules adoption. I'll entertain a motion to adopt the schedule for our meetings.
Mr. Chairman, I'll offer a motion that we adopt the schedule as presented, 2024.
Thank you, Mr. Tucker. A second?
Second?
Second by Mr. Dudley. Any discussion? If none, Ms. McCluster, we're ready for a vote.
Mr. Bowman?
Yes.
Mr. Dalton?
Yes.
Mr. Dudley?
Yes.
Mr. Height?
Yes.
Mr. Ingram?
Yes.
Mr. Tucker?
Yes.
Mr. Whittle?
All right. Moving to item 9, our standing committees. I'll need to read those out for the records, Ms. McCluster?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Standing committees. The Finance Insurance Committee. Robert Tucker, Chairman. Eddie Height. Mr. Tim Dudley. And Mary Whittle. Our Personnel Committee. Darrell Dalton, Chairman. Ken Bowman. Vic Ingram. Property and Building Committees. Vic Ingram, Chairman. Tim Dudley, Eddie Height. Legislation Committee. Mr. Ken Bowman, Chairman. Robert Tucker, Tim Dudley. Our Naming Committee. Vic Ingram, Chair. Tim Dudley, Mary Whittle. Communication, Radio, Telecommunications. We have Eddie Height as our chairman, Vic Ingram, and Ken Bowman. Board of Supervisors Joint Liaison Committee, Darrell Dalton, chairman, Vic Ingram, Mary Whittle. Economic,
That's for the school board?
yes, correct. Economic Development Committee, Darrell Dalton, chairman, Ken Bowman, and Eddie Height. Our Solid Waste Committee, we have Tim Dudley as the chair, Vic Ingram, and Mary Whittle. That takes care of our standing committees. We'll move to item 10 for our special committees. Dan River Business Development Center, Mr. Eddie Height. The Danville, Pennsylvania County Regional Facility Authority, but Robert Tucker, Vic Ingram, and Darrell Dalton as an alternate. Fire and Rescue Commission, Mr. Vic Ingram. Local elected officials, we got Mr. Robert Tucker. Metropolitan Planning Organization, we have Vic Ingram, Eddie Height, and Mr. Ken Bowman is an alternate. Our Pittsylvania County Community Action, Mr. Robert Tucker. Our Roanoke River Basic Association, Mr. Tim Dudley. The USERRA Title, Local Emergency Planning, we have Tim Dudley and Ken Bowman. The Pittsylvania County Social Service Board, Mr. Tim Dudley. Virginia Association of Counties and Committees, Mr. Vic Ingram. Our West Piedmont Planning Commission, it's going to be Mary Whittle, Vic Ingram. Our Community Policy Management Team, it's going to be Robert Tucker. Our Stanton River Regional Facility Authority, we have Mr. Tim Dudley, Darrell Dalton, and an alternate, Robert Tucker. Our Tri-Lakes Administration Commission, Darrell Dalton. Our Danville Utility Commission is Mr. Mary Whittle. May have skipped one, Ms. McCluster. Planning Commission is Darrell Dalton.
Thank you.
And that should be all our special committees. Moving on to item 11, other chairman appointments. I don't have any more as I know of.
And
No.
then we have TLAC.
I think you
Yep,
had
just
TLAC
TLAC.
in that.
Yes, I done TLAC. Yes.
Right, this one is going to be the full board appointment for Emily Ragsdale as the citizen representative.
Yes, okay,
This is an at-large seat.
for the TLAC, yes.
Yes, and she does currently serve on that board.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I'll make the nomination, make the motion, excuse me, to have Ms. Ragsdale back on that TLAC board.
I'll second it.
You need a second?
Second by Mr. Tucker.
That's fine.
Any discussion?
Okay.
If none, we're ready to vote.
Mr. Bowman?
Yes.
Mr. Dalton?
Yes.
Mr. Dudley?
Yes.
Mr. Height?
Yes.
Mr. Ingram?
Yes.
Mr. Tucker?
Yes.
Mr. Whittle?
Okay, gotcha. All right. All right. We good?
We're good.
All right. Before we adjourn our meeting, I'll give Mr. Tucker here an opportunity.
I want to say that I look forward to all of the wonderful things that are on the horizon for Pittsylvania County. I think we can work together collaboratively as a team if we just understand that we all bring something positive to the table. And we also have to remember that we are no greater than the sum total of the equal parts of the whole. I'm just excited to serve as the vice chair, and I would suggest that we all approach it with humbleness, humility, and again, we just follow the leading of the Almighty. I think that we will be in good shape. So thank you again. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you to my colleagues. And I want everyone to know that I'm very open, very transparent. If you need me, please feel free to reach out to me, to the remainder of the board. I'll make a commitment to you as I have in the past. I will listen to you. I will listen to all sides of every issue. And we can disagree respectfully, but at the same time, I want to say I love and appreciate your passion and also your position on any issue. Again, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tucker. Is there any more comments from any other board member? Mr. Hunt, or anyone like to? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Bowman, go ahead, sir.
I can't pass out the microphone here. I got that from my daughter and my wife. But first, I just want to thank everybody for coming out tonight, being a part of this, for supporting us during the campaign this year. And I'm speaking for everybody here except for Darrell. Darrell didn't have to run for anything. Lucky man. But thank y'all for everything you did over this past year. I look forward to working with this board. It's a great positive vibe. I feel it up here. I don't feel any negative. I think we're going to be doing some great things for Pittsylvania County. We've got issues that are going to be front center starting on the 16th of January when we have our first meeting with the budget. And so I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully, we can make some good strides coming out of the gate. So thank you again for coming out and supporting us, and call us if you have any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bowman. Mr. Tucker, you got another remark, please?
Mr. Chairman, I think we would be remiss if we did not salute Ms. Angie Reese Harris, our clerk of court. I think it's her first time swearing in someone. What an awesome job. Thank you, sir.
I agree. Mr. Hyde? Yes, sir. He's got to have a mic, too.
Give me a microphone. You thought you had other chairmen that like to talk a long time? Y'all got about 20 minutes? You're gonna be good. Got two preachers up here on this board. So we'll keep y'all busy. But I would just like to thank all of you for coming out tonight. Everybody who supported me. I've got my campaign staff here tonight. I get a little emotional sometimes. I like to thank my wife. Folks, you run for public office, you better have a good support group at home. And I had a wonderful person behind me, my wife, my sister and her husband are here tonight. I thank them for coming up from South Carolina. My dad instilled in me a love for community. That was a driving factor in me deciding to give up my life for a couple of years and serve this county. I am so thankful for this privilege. I am very humbled. I look forward to this board working together in the coming years. Folks, we've got a great board. We're open. We're here to listen. I can tell you right now, I'm not always going to make decisions that everybody agrees with, but I'm going to do my best to move this county forward. Because Pittsylvania County, I've lived here my whole life. I think it's the greatest county in the Commonwealth of Virginia. And we will be a shining light for the rest of this state. We will set an example. And I look forward to what the good Lord has in store for us as not only a board, but for us as a county. Just want to say thank you, and I'm very humbled. And I look forward to serving with you, gentlemen, for the next, never how long the award season is.
Thank you, Mr. Hyde. Any more comments? Board? If none, meeting's adjourned. Thank you all.